out here in the pasture this afternoon trying to spray a little homemade spray on the cows, some vinegar, some peppermint, with a little peppermint, and some essential like essential oils, and Dawn dish soap to help the stick. They're not cooperating too well, but I noticed one of the cows that hadn't had a calf is off by itself, and it's taken off by itself. We're going to go see if the calf's all right. See what's going on. If it's had it, I think it might have had it. So we'll see. Looky there. There she is, or he, whichever it is. Let's see if we can get a little closer look here. Oh, looky there. He's a sucking. That's a good sign. That's 1806. So we only have one more cow that hasn't had a calf that should have had one. And that one would be the red cow, which is 1808. It's funny they're the same year number, but yeah, one more cow to have a calf after this one, and we'll have all had one. I don't know if I can get any closer to get us some spray or not. Is that your camper? Yeah. I knew you was going to have one pretty soon. Yep. I can tell. I'm getting better at this. Yep. What you got there? You got a heifer or you got a steer? Looking like a heifer. Looking like a heifer. Let's see if we can zoom in here. She don't like me being that close to her. I'm thinking it's a heifer. I can see a little fluff under the tail there. That's not positive, but I'm gonna see if I can get some more spray on these other cows and head to the house. I'm gonna see if I can get a water pump on a tractor today. The old pond's still pretty full. There's a drizzling right now, just a little bit. Not real bad. The old big pond still got a lot of water in it. It leaks a little bit out the dam because of all those trees there in the dam, which should have never been allowed to grow, but nothing I can do about it now, so unless I drain the pond. But it's got a lot of good fish in it, so I don't really want to do that. We'll see if I can get some more to spray. I got a little hand sprayer. Probably need to mix it up into a sprayer to go on the back of the four-wheeler that has a little more pressure, so it'll shoot further. But I'm gonna try this today and see how that works, and go back and work on this tractor here in a bit. There she is. She decided to bring her on up here to the herd. They don't mind too much on bringing their calf up to the herd when there's a lot of other calves. There's just a few of them that tend to just kind of stay away. Definitely a go-getter. She is, I think. I think it's a she. I'm gonna see if I can get some more of the spray on. having any part of it. So I went around the other side and they headed back the other direction. Yeah, they didn't want to. Every time I didn't spray for a while and I go to spray again, it'd make a little sound like a snake almost, and they'd be like, oh no. And they'd look at me like, what are you doing? So I guess I'll give that up for now. Maybe if I keep trying, they'll get used to it eventually and let me spray them. I don't know. If it ever dry up, quit raining, I'm gonna put some 4x4s in and put in an oiler next to their salt blocks, and hopefully that'll make a big difference. I think they've all decided they're just gonna go over here and get a drink out of the pond. I'll probably take a swim. I don't know. It's not that warm this morning. It's like 70 degrees. So I have a fly bag in this little shed that I sometimes put a trough in and put cubes in for the calves. But right now they're in a different receptacle. They have a pasture. This fly bag here is doing really well. It's got a lot of flies in it. I have two others, one hanging in a tree clear down at the other end of this pasture, clear down next to the fence on the pasture where all the cows and calves are at. And it don't have very many. And then I have another one up by the lot. It got full of rainwater up there by the sheds. So this one here's picked up a lot. And then I got these buckets that I told you about various places. So far they haven't done very good, but I stuck some more, another bag of stuff that you mix with the water. Stuck another bag of it, added a little more water, shook it around. I hung one of those in the tree, which I should have showed you, by that pond I was just showing you. I'll look at it in a few days and see if it's done any good or not. I hope to defeat these flies this year eventually. I told myself I was going to do better this year, and so far I haven't done very good at all. With all the rain, it's kind of delayed my plan. So I'm back at the house now. I got the truck backed up here for a little workbench on the tailgate. But this is my project. I got this little Ferguson tractor that we brush hog with. I'm going to put a new water pump in it, a couple of hoses. Should have got a thermostat, but I didn't. I didn't want to wait on that. But it's not like it's got a heater or anything, so as long as it's open, it should be fine. But I want to change that out, try to get that done before I have to go get the grandkids. I go pick them up on Thursdays. And I should have come out here earlier. I just thought I thought it was nastier than it was, and turns out it wasn't. But I'm gonna go get a few things and get started here. So it warmed up enough I could take my sweatshirt off. It went from around 69 when I got here to now it's 74. So I was getting a little warm in my sweatshirt. I'm kind of a cold-blooded individual, so I get cold pretty easy. So anything below 73, I would say, is cold to me. So anyhow, I'll show you here. I got my stuff here. I got a couple of hoses, got a gasket. This is my water pump that I got to put on. Kind of a funny looking doodad. But I really don't think the water pump that was on it was bad. I think it was just the gasket was dried out. That's what was leaking, but put a new one on it anyhow. So I got my gasket sealer. I'll try to scrape this off, take some of this simple green I found in my garage at home to clean this off. I tried to move this radiator out of the way, but it had two bolts in the bottom of nuts, and thought would make it where I could lift it up out of there, but I couldn't get it to move. So I got the pump out without moving it. So I'm gonna see if I can get this replaced the way I took the old one out, I guess. There's the got 3 bolts. Here's my hose, other hose. I'm gonna clean this off, clean that off a little better than what it is, and see if I can, and I'll put that together and truck on. Hopefully get this done in a couple hours. So I thought I was gonna film this somehow, but I realized that you wouldn't be able to see what I'm doing. There's no way for me to hold the camera and work on it at the same time, so I'm gonna show you what I got done. So I got the water pump in there, the pulley that the fan attaches to, connected. I had the old hoses off. There is a bracket that I'm not sure, but I'm thinking it actually goes. I went and got some lock washers and put on these nuts on the studs, because there wasn't any on it when I took it apart. But I'm thinking this one right down here will have to have this bracket, but I'm gonna let it set with that tightened up for now. And I think this actually goes on one of those two, either this one down here or that one up there. I'm not sure which, but I'll figure that out next time when I finish this. There's really no adjustment on this thing to tighten this alternator, because that's what the belt runs to, is this alternator. But it just kind of sets in one spot. And like a dummy, I didn't get a new belt. I should have got a new belt while I was at it, because there's a lot of work to get that belt out of there. But here's what it looks like from the other side. There's 4 bolts that hold that fan on, hold this pulley on, which I got them in, but I'm gonna take one of the, like I say, one of those 2 bolts out, I think, and put that bracket on there for that alternator. But that's what I got done. And so anyhow, I gotta go pick up the grandkids, and I'll catch you next time. James here. You're watching The Poor Farm. If you like these videos, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.